Thanks so much for watching the OGSoG podcast with you here. Just to let you know that this is a cut down version for YouTube where we take one of the segments and bring it here. If you want to watch the full episode, you can listen on Spotify, or if you're part of our Patreon, you get the entire video version of this show. Links down below. And now, time for the OGSoG podcast.
I'm gonna throw this out here. I'm not even gonna say who said it, okay? The next person to play Wolverine should be 5'7" or below. Discuss.
I don't know who said this,
yes,
but they are absolutely 100% right. Wolverine is small and he is mighty, and that is his whole thing. And yeah, Mario,
yeah, no, I completely agree. Hello, yes, Short Kings. Yeah, he should be really, really scrappy, right? Like that's why he's Wolverine. They're small and like insane.
He's a small, vicious creature.
Violent.
Do you watch a Mission Impossible movie and go, man, that Tom Cruise is really scrappy?
Well, but I know though. So, and yes, he is very scrappy. He destroys everybody.
Daniel Craig is very scrappy.
What? But they don't. But he's not playing a character that needs to be short.
But that's the thing. It doesn't matter. You had
with Wolverine. It matters. Wolverine is the one character that needs to be short. Every other superhero is like 6 foot.
Needs to be short. That's it.
No,
I'm so glad I picked this one
Ant-Man
first.
is
wow.
Here's the thing. For a decade, if not longer. Yeah, longer than a decade, almost 2, we had Hugh Jackman as what we all saw as the perfect Wolverine.
No, he was not perfect. I never agreed with that. He shouldn't. Yeah. He's a fine actor. There's nothing. I don't have anything against him personally.
He's fantastic at musicals too.
He's like 6 foot. It didn't make any sense.
Joven, I have a question. Are you arguing this just to be argumentative?
No, it doesn't matter. If we
Yes, it does. His character is
Joven,
on screen.
As a tall,
when you were filming something, it doesn't matter. You're gonna shoot him tall anyways.
As a tall, cis, white male, Joven just needs more representation.
What?
I'm saying as a tall, cis, white male, Joven just feels he needs more representation.
Yeah,
he needs
exactly.
a tall
More
actor.
tall guys. Joven's the type of dude that would be like, yeah, Hugh Jackman for Black Panther. Let's get him in the Black Panther costume.
No.
It doesn't matter. Once you're acting, you just inhabit the character, right? We don't need.
If you were to say, like, here are the top things that are important for an actor to be good as Wolverine. His height has nothing to do with the character.
Oh, well, Hugh Jackman's color doesn't have anything to do with it either. So he could probably, it's just his acting ability, right?
You're hearing it here
first. You're hearing it here first. Jovenshire thinks Hugh Jackman should be Black Panther.
Wait, okay, hold on. Lasercorn, you're very passionate about this. Give us your ideal Wolverine then.
Ooh.
Who should play Wolverine?
I honestly... Like, what should have happened was they should have got Tom Cruise the first time around. He could have got ripped.
Wait. You're not giving us an answer here.
Right now in Hollywood?
Dots here.
It's so hard because Tom Holland would be really good.
Say Charlie Day.
Yeah, I didn't have an answer for that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie Day.
Can you imagine a jacked Charlie Day?
Yes! Mari, you had the perfect answer. Why'd you put the spotlight on me? You knew who it should be. And he's not an answer yet.
I was saying it, and I was like, wait, is this a kidding answer? And then as I was saying it, I was like, this might be an answer.
He's phenomenal, and he could get ripped. Dude,
but his voice,
Charlie Day for Wolverine.
I feel like his voice isn't necessarily Wolverine's voice, though.
Bradley Cooper could take his voice down all those notches to be like, what's that cowboy man's name? The old man with the cowboy guy?
Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott, thank you. If he could match Sam Elliott's voice, I think Charlie Day could probably train to do it.
I think an actor, a good actor,
like Charlie Day,
could do any, any direction. Like, when they say, "Oh, this person's gonna be Batman," like anyone could be Batman. Anyone can be Batman.
I don't know how tall he is,
Batman is not
you mentioned Charlie Day. Why not Rob McElhenney, who actually kind of has that scruff? Is he tall?
He's definitely taller than Charlie. He's over 5'7".
Here's the problem though with having a
5'7" or
comedic actor. When a comedic
I'm gonna look this up.
When a comedic actor gets cast in a movie, especially in a series role, 2 things happen. One, it becomes distracting, and you just remember him for this other thing. Are you expecting a specific tone?
No, you know what's distracting is that Wolverine's 5'3" in the comic.
It's why early Jim Carrey serious movies didn't work that well, and they weren't well received, because we see him and we expect one thing. The other thing that happens is studios go, "Oh, he's a funny guy. Give him some funny lines." And then
what's the Jim Carrey serious movie pre Eternal Sunshine and pre Truman Show?
The one where he lost his memory, and it's the theater, The Majestic.
Oh, interesting. Maybe he hadn't honed his craft yet as a serious actor yet, though. Have you guys seen Kidding? Because he's awesome in Kidding.
Yeah, no,
because it's a marriage of both. It's his like zany, wacky side, and like him being so depressed.
He was great then too. If like when you revisit those older movies, Jim Carrey brings something great to the table for serious roles. We just didn't want it from that person.
Well, I mean, we wanted it with Truman Show and with where is it? What is it when he's playing Andy Kaufman?
Man on the Moon. Also
Man on the Moon.
At that same time.
It's so good. Yeah. I mean, I think that it still holds up as like, no, Jim Carrey's a very good actor, but maybe pre those movies he wasn't, he was still kind of
Jovan, let me ask you a question. Would you have a problem with a short person playing Wolverine?
No, because it's how you shoot it. It all gets shot the same. So because you have to average people like on like your lighting that you have in a room has to match for everyone. So you have to shoot it in a way where the height, unless it's kind of like a Lord of the Rings thing, like it becomes a different production.
Can I tell you what? And I don't even know a ton about comics or even X-Men really, but I do know this. Like I was a little annoyed, not annoyed, but it like was like a little off-putting that Sabretooth was basically the same size as Wolverine, and like every comic book image I ever saw of them, he's like hulking over Wolverine.
Yes.
It's like, yeah.
The one short character in comics and they cast a 6-foot guy. It's terrible. It was an abomination.
The way I remember,
so just Lasercorn as a short individual was come on.
The way I remember in every single like video game, like X-Men video game or anything, he always has this stance, right, where he's like,
he's way down
because he's
way
a
down,
stocky, scrappy character. You're right.
And I just didn't see Hugh Jackman Wolverine do that stance unless he was like about to fight. He should always kind of have this sort of like
Wolverine. I'm sorry, Hugh Jackman had that stance. Like that was his go-to, where he like
when he was about to fight.
But that being said, Logan, phenomenal movie. I really like that movie.
That just proves that Wolverine's height isn't important to his character because his character was.
You're wrong.
Beloved.
You're right that it's not important to the character. It's just a misrepresentation.
No, it is. It is important to the character. That's his whole shtick. He's called Wolverine because he is small and fierce.
We're all heated right now. We're all heated, and I feel like we gotta
get us off this topic before I kill Jovan. And remember, what you're seeing here on YouTube is only part of the podcast. For the full podcast and all the stories and all the topics from that podcast, you're gonna need to go to Patreon, and only there can you unlock the full episodes of the OGSoG podcast. So please go do that. Give it at least a check out, a looky-loo, and let us know what you think. Okay.
OGSoG wants you.